Michael's been lost in Lab 6 for 6 hours, fully locked in, but no results. Then his stomach lets out a loud grumble. He checks the clock. He realizes he's only 5 minutes before dining closes. As he rushes out the door, Issei comes to the rescue, handing him a map with the shortest path highlighted.
Okay, I'm glad I got the map, but I'm wondering how does SA knows the shortest path?
To get the shortest path from Danforth to dining, it's easier to put it into code than just to manually calculate it. So what we decided to do is we got a Bria map and we traced out all the possible paths from Danforth to dining, and then from there we transferred it into this graph where we labeled the edges with corresponding with the distance and the nodes with the letters. The next step is to put our graph into code. We represented it using adjacency list, and by inputting the graph, we ran the code and we got our shortest path, as you can see in the bottom right. Now let's sketch this path in our graph.
Now let's see how the Dijkstra's algorithm actually works and how SA was able to find out what the shortest path is. As you can see here, I took a small portion of the graph that SA was working on, and the goal will be to go from the start node here till node J. First thing we're going to do is divide the nodes into two groups, visited nodes and unvisited nodes. At the beginning, every node will be marked as unvisited, and then we're going to update that as we go. Everything or every node will be set up on the table on the right to record the shortest distance to get there and the previous nodes that we visited. First thing we're going to go to is the start node. We don't need any distance, like we don't need to go anywhere before that, so it would have a shortest distance of 0, and it won't have a previous node. Now to go to A, the distance will be 4, which is the weight of the edge between both nodes, and the previous node will be recorded as the start node. Now we can either go to G or B, but let's go to G first. To go to G, we're going to add the weights of the two edges to go from start to A and then A to G, which will give us 7. Now to go to J, it will give us 4 with the previous node recorded as G. Now, is there a shorter path to get to J? Let's check that. First, we're going to go to node B. But how are we going to get there? We're going to go from node A. And to go from node A to node B, it will give us the shortest distance of 5, adding the edge of the weight of the edge between the start and A and B. After that, we're going to go to node C, giving us a shorter distance of 6. Going to node H will give 7. And then finally, going to node J will be 7 plus 1, giving us 8. And 8 is shorter than 11, which will mark it as the shortest path that we found using this algorithm.